Dear Fulbright, I'm aware that recently you have faced numerous malicious false accusations and even violent threats. These attacks are intentional, coordinated, and clearly aimed at undermining the friendship between America and Vietnam, a bond that leaders from both countries have worked so hard to establish. Our progress from being adversaries to friends is a remarkable achievement in itself. Unlike many other communist or socialist states, Vietnam is uniquely positioned as a socialist entity that has successfully built a notably amicable relationship with the United States. Adaptability is one of the qualities of Vietnam that I am most proud of. Setting aside our differences and political ideologies to work toward a better future is a good thing. Our forefathers, who sacrificed so much during the war, could never have envisioned such an outcome. Understanding the significance of this achievement, we must continue to uphold and nurture it. Unfortunately, there are still elements in Vietnam that harbor such deep resentment towards America that they attempt to sabotage our joint accomplishments. These individuals are among the few who remain stuck in the past and show little inclination for cooperation. Vietnam has benefited tremendously from its dealings with America. Since the embargo was lifted about 30 years ago, our quality of life has improved in ways we could never have imagined. Many Vietnamese seem to forget this. They use American inventions like Facebook, YouTube, and Google, often to their own advantage, but choose to spread lies and deceptions about America on American platforms. If the Chinese were to criticize America on their own platforms like Weibo, it would make more sense. It is absurd to bite the hand that feeds you. Yet, this is what we might expect from those who are willing to spread intentional malice. If they could think and make rational decisions, such a distasteful situation could have been avoided. Vietnam has grown significantly, not only in terms of material wealth, but also in knowledge. Knowledge leads to the betterment of mankind, liberates us, and enlightens us. It requires knowledge to calmly assess situations and distinguish between truth and lies, rather than being blindly led by malicious instigators. While Vietnamese generally love peace, this sentiment can also lead to aggressive actions if they are fed with a distorted view of America. Nationalism can make people radical, either as friends or enemies, with little middle ground. Fortunately, not all Vietnamese are anti-American nationalists. In fact, ironically or not, we are among the countries with the most favorable views of America. We gather in large numbers whenever a US president visits Vietnam. The US provided significant donations to Vietnam during the COVID-19 pandemic and has consistently offered humanitarian aid. A rational person would easily recognize and appreciate this generosity and be grateful to the US for giving so much without asking for anything in return. We live in a world where generosity is often dismissed as having ulterior motives. Just because one cannot be generous does not mean no one else can be. This is a burden Americans must bear, as with great power comes great responsibility. The most talented must lead the less talented, and I firmly believe that those less talented should at least respect and acknowledge the efforts of the more talented. It is often only after we lose something that we realize its importance. I dread the scenario where we come to recognize that we have taken the US for granted. America's generosity is undoubtedly why many people from all over the world strive to enter the country, both legally and illegally. The American dream is very real, and many Vietnamese also wish to be a part of it. Regarding the recent situation involving Fulbright, it is now time to take legal action. Like you, we cannot tolerate unreasonable or unfair treatment of the school just because some individuals want to push their own agendas. Vietnam is a country with laws, and those who have made aggressive attacks and spread false accusations to undermine our joint achievements should be held accountable before the courts. I assume you have already have several individuals and groups in mind, but one YouTuber, Tuyền Văn Hóa, deserves particular attention. I have created a 44-minute analysis video outlining 4 key points where Tuyền Văn Hóa made baseless and defamatory accusations against Fulbright. Each point includes detailed explanations and a lot of evidence. Vietnam has previously punished individuals for defamation, and I believe this person exemplifies such defamation. He was the primary instigator, as his initial video accusing Fulbright of fostering factors of a color revolution led many other influencers to propagate these lies further. Tuyền Văn Hóa is the most responsible person for this situation. You can review his video, which I have archived, as he have since deleted or made it private to evade responsibility. All relevant URLs are included below in the pinned comment of this video. It is essential to communicate that Fulbright is a Vietnamese school and, like any other Vietnamese institution, deserves protection from unfair treatment that damages both its reputation and its lovely students. I wish the best for my country and for the future of the Vietnam-America friendship. Thank you for listening.